open my eyes, time to moisturize, and tie my lace-up shoes. Soon a friend dropped by to see me. She said, "You're some cleaning whiz. You look so happy and you dress so snappy. Come on, tell me what your secret is." I said, "I'm a fly baby, flapping these pretty wings. I'm a fly baby, sticking to my routines. And it won't be perfect tomorrow, and it won't be perfect next year, but I'm still flying, baby, get my life in gear." I kick back after working, 'cause things are looking fine. The kids aren't screaming and this house is gleaming, and wow, that sink sure shines. But I still have piles of clutter, 'cause I'm not Superman. But I'm not downhearted, I'm just getting started, and I can jump in where I am. 'Cause I'm a fly baby, flapping these pretty wings. I'm a fly baby, sticking to my routines. And it won't be perfect tomorrow, and it won't be perfect next year, but I'm still flying, baby, get my life in gear. I'm a fly baby, flapping these pretty wings. I'm a fly baby, sticking to my routines. And it won't be perfect tomorrow, and it won't be perfect next year, but I'm still flying, baby, get my life in gear. Oh, get my life in gear.
We're almost there. I love that song because I remember when we did it on stage in front of 10,000 people. It was so much fun. All of us up there dancing, and we're fly babies, and we were singing, and it was about 10 of us on stage. It was an amazing time. But I have been crying a lot this afternoon. Can you imagine that? I don't cry. I mean, I do cry, but to be overwhelmed with sadness. And I think there was something that was said today on Fox Business or whatever. And it showed a picture of hairdressers in front of the state capitol in Lansing, Michigan. I was born in Michigan. In Lansing, Michigan, they were in front of the state capitol, social distancing, hairdressers, cutting people's hair for free to protest the fact that the governor will not let them go back to work. And I got to thinking, if you've spent your life, if you have spent your life building a business and you have been deemed non-essential. Let's see, somebody here says, I'm unfollowing. Christy, just go away. I don't want you here if you're going to be hateful. I mean, it's not hateful to unfollow. That's your choice. That's fine. But I'm going to get on my soapbox. And I get to get on my soapbox because this is my show. And this is the United States of America. And I have freedom of speech. So, there we have it. Yeah, Leanne, I'm on my soapbox. So, here's the deal. If you've built a business, you have built a business that is essential for your family. That is essential for your family. It may not be essential for somebody else's family, but if you have people working for you, it's essential to those families. And because of you, we have been able to keep our heads above water. Because of you. So we have a group chat of a bunch of us who graduated in 1974 from Lake County High School. And they're trying to put together some kind of little reunion where we can all get together at a friend's house. And that would be wonderful. It's like a 7-8 hour drive for me to go back to where I grew up. And one of the girls says, well, my calendar's open. Her name's Susan. She says, because I got laid off after 35 years. 35 years of working for the same company. I don't know what company that is. She didn't tell us. And 35 years. She said they didn't qualify for the paycheck protection money because they weren't a big business. And I'm just dumbstruck. I just messaged her back and I said, I'm just sad about this. When you give your life to a company, and they don't take the time to either fill out the paperwork or do everything that they're supposed to do, because little companies did get the money. Yes, they did. Because we had a lot of them in our county. Our banker worked hard to help everybody out. But if you were with a small bank, they didn't want to mess with you. They only wanted the big businesses. But if you were with a small bank, here's the deal. Every business is essential. Yep. Every business is essential. No, it's not Trump's fault. So don't blame Trump, and whoever that is can go away too. Because you can't blame Trump for what a virus has done to our country. So don't get me started on this virus. Don't get me started. Because this virus came to this country from another country because they did not secure their borders and keep it intact because they wanted the rest of the world to go down with them. Yeah, they wanted the rest of the world to go down with them. So I'm done with China. We're doing our best to get away from selling anything from China. We may have to go to South Korea or some other place, but we're doing our best to get away from it. Yes, we are. And this virus has hurt us all. Every one of us. It has hurt us all. And here's the worst part. Those who are not homeschooled, who have gone to public school, they're being deprived of an education. And yes, I get loud when I'm angry. I get loud, and I'm trying to calm down. But they're being deprived of an education because of this virus. The dumbing down of the world. My grandchildren are not being deprived of an education because they're being educated by their mom and an online system with the community colleges. But there are hundreds of thousands, millions of high school seniors who had the pleasure of receiving their diploma in a huge graduation service. They're being deprived of that honor, of being honored for 13 years of going to school. It wasn't Americans that brought it back from China. It was not Americans because they were held in quarantine. The 40,000 Americans that were stuck, they were held in quarantine for 2 to 3 weeks. So, it's not Americans that did it. It's the Chinese allowed people to leave the virus area of Wuhan, and they scattered all over the world. But they could not travel internally in their country. Did you know that? They couldn't leave Wuhan to go anywhere else but someplace else in the world. They couldn't do it. They couldn't go infect the rest of their country. But they could go to Europe. They could go to Europe. And Europe, the northern part of Europe in Italy, in Milan, and those regions up there, they moved a lot of their factories to Italy. And 100,000 infected Chinese people went to northern Italy and infected that country. Now, our president had the good sense in January to lock the border down between us and China, but we didn't lock the border down between Europe. But now we're probably going to lock the border down from Brazil and other places. The only person you can blame is China and the communist government. They're communists. We're not being taught. We're not being taught how terrible communism is. And the meat plants in our country that have been infected, the meat processing plants, guess who most of them are owned by? China. We have sold our soul to China. Yes, there's good people in China. I don't doubt that. But the Chinese government sent those people go out into all the world and infect the whole world because we don't want to be the only ones who are having problems. Yep. So, let's drink to straighten this mess out because it's going to take the women of this world to straighten this mess out. The hand that rocks the cradle is the hand that rules the world. It's up to us, y'all. It's up to those hairdressers cutting hair on the state capitol in Michigan. It's up to us to have our own little tea party. Yeah, you got it. Then this rant will probably get banned from YouTube because they're a bunch of communists too. Yeah, I said it. If they're going to ban speech, that's why I'm putting my videos other places. On locals.com, on BitChute, I'm putting it other places. Oh, this is venting. This is called venting. Venting. So, here we go. How are we gonna do? One thing I saw this week on the news, and I watch ABC News. I want to rename them another blatant communist, ABC. But I watch it so that I can get a broad spectrum of what's going on in the world. Did you know that they're not letting Boy Scouts put flags on the military cemeteries for Memorial Day? They're not letting the Boy Scouts do that. Boy Scouts can social distance just like the rest of us. Boy Scouts can, but they're not even allowing the flag companies to ship the flags to the Scouts. It's non-essential. Well, you know what? There comes a time when we have to stand up our children are being deprived of their education, the dumbing down of the world. They're not being able to graduate as a group. They're not getting to have those graduation parties. Well, I think this weekend is Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, Monday is Memorial Day weekend. Let's party, y'all. I heard a commercial on TV the other day where we're moving our grills from the backyard to the front yard. And just think about living, Leanne used to live in a little cul-de-sac. Leanne, can you just imagine having a tailgating party in your front yard and everybody get out their cornhole and yard darts and all the fun games that you can do outside? Well, let's do that in our front yards. And everybody do it in their own front yards. Y'all stay in your own front yards. Won't this be fun? Bring the grill out. Yeah. And you don't have to kill yourself having a party. You can start, let's start having, what are you going to make? You going to make potato salad? How many people are you going to make potato salad for? You want to make enough to share? Let's kind of do a potluck, but do a potluck in a weird sort of way. If you got 5 neighbors, make 5 batches of potato salad. It's just as easy to make one big batch of potato salad as it is to make one. So buy 20 pounds of potatoes and boil them. Let's party. Let's party in our front yards. You can have 10 people over. You can have a series of 10 people. But it's time for us to take back our neighborhoods. It's time for us to take back this country. And whatever country you're in, it's time for us to get out and do it safely. My husband went to the eye doctor this morning. He wore a mask. Yeah, he wore a mask. We can be safe. We can be safe. We can get outside. If we're gonna make food for a bunch of people, do it safely. Use sanitary. We're good cooks. We are good cooks. Put out your own flags. Yep, I have mine shining every single day. And that was made by a veteran. That flag was made by Flags of Valor. A veteran made that flag. A Memorial Day. Kids don't even know what Memorial Day is all about. I had one of my uncles that died in World War II. He died in World War II. That's what Memorial Day is all about. The veterans that have lost their lives serving our country, or your country, whatever country it is. Yep. Let's flood Facebook with pictures of flags. Let's do hashtag Save America or hashtag. Come up with a hashtag, y'all. Put them out in here. Let's come up with a hashtag for take back our countries. Take back our countries. The last time I had this overwhelming crying for 3 hours. The next day, Steve Scalise and the Republican baseball team got shot up. So let's pray for our leaders. Let's pray for them. Democrats and Republicans. Is she? Okay, Josette Givens, I am not fake crying. And you can go away too. I don't fake cry. Tears just come. Tears just happen. And I listen to them. What's the reason? I'm not going to sit here and fake cry. I can't do that. I am not an actress. I didn't go to school to be an actress. I have a heart. And I have a heart for all of you women who are sitting at home with children that are bored out of their noggins. You know what I heard this morning? That the gaming businesses, the video gaming businesses have a huge increase in viewership. I mean, 90 million kids gaming instead of studying? Imagine that. The gaming sites are overrun. They need to be getting their educations, but they're not allowed to go to school. They're not allowed to be with their friends. So, as a mother of one child, grandmother of two, and a substitute mother to millions, let's take back our countries. Let's do it in a safe way, but let's not be scared anymore, because they want us scared. And I'm done. I am totally done. Totally done. I'm sick of it. Sick of it. So, let's plan a party. Now, how do you plan a party? We're going to party on Monday. And be safe. Do what you need to do. But here's the deal. I'm trying to get my top. There we go. William Warriors. I love that. Fly babies to the rescue. Well, 8th grade age, kindergarten graduation, 8th grade education is nothing like graduating from high school. Yeah. It's a big deal. It is a big deal. I remember graduating from high school. So let's plan a party. Get your little note card out, and what do you want to have? What do you want to have? Let's figure out what you're going to have for a meal. There's my friend Donna. She was on the chat with me when our friend Susan said she had lost her job. And that's what made me mad. That's what got me upset. I was so sad over that. 35 years with the same company. This is wrong. This is wrong because we have been scared to death we're going to catch this virus. When we know how to use hand sanitizer, we know how to put on a mask. My husband wore a mask today, and he was commenting. They said your mask matches your shirt. He said I didn't plan that, but we know how to social distance right. Melissa says, faith over fear. Yep. Let's do it. So, you going to have hamburgers on Monday? Are you going to barbecue hamburgers? You going to do ribs? What is it? Are you going to do some chicken? We always love to get some chicken sliced right down the middle and put it on the grill. And, you want to have potato salad or macaroni salad, or you just have to make my baked beans. You have to make my heart attack baked beans. There's a video on how to do that. And if you want angeled eggs, I call them angeled eggs because I don't want to call down the evil one. So angeled eggs are on my website. You let your eggs get to room temperature. I leave them out overnight. And then I put them in the oven, lined up on the racks, and I can make 48 of them. My oven will hold about 2 dozen eggs. That's 48 angeled eggs. And you can do them ahead of time, and I put them in little containers. I like to use the styrofoam containers because I can wash them out. And take the yellows out after they cool. And I can make up a bunch of angeled eggs in no time at all. And not kill myself. See, all about, having a party is not about you staying in the kitchen all day long. It's about you getting out there with them because you got it all done. Because you've done it. Spatchcock. Well, I don't want to go to the trouble of cutting that backbone out. I just like them sliced right down the middle. and halves. So my friend Ken is here. He's watching me on my soapbox. Anyway, so baked beans, what are you going to do for bread? We've all been making bread. So make some big loaves of bread and cut it up. Make some hamburger buns. Get your grocery shopping done tomorrow. Tomorrow's errand day. It's also our day to answer questions. So the baked beans, you can make up a big batch of them, and you can put them in little, raid the Cool Whip bowl cabinet that falls out of the cabinet, and start putting some things in. You can put it and share it with people. You could put in bags, and you can have a bowl of potato salad, a bowl of baked beans, some hamburger buns, and some hamburgers. Let's have block parties. Yep, somebody said block parties. And you can do it from your front yard and have tournaments for cornhole and yard darts and twister. Somebody get the old boombox out and get the music playing. Yep, we can do this. We can do this. So let's make some individual rolls out of your sourdough bread. Put them in cupcakes if you need to. If it won't rise correctly, just put them in cupcake things. And, if you feed them, they will come. They will come. Anyway, let's drink to taking back our country. Yep. I'm tired of being told I can't get out of here. Leanne has a great recipe for spatchcock chicken. You marinate it for 2 or 3 days and then you cook it on the grill. So folks, here's to taking back our country. We've had tea parties before. It could be time again. Whew. They deemed abortion clinics essential. Yeah, isn't that great? They deemed abortion clinic. I bet more babies died. Yeah, I'm on my soapbox, y'all. More babies died in abortion clinics than died from the coronavirus. Ain't that something? Put that in your pipe and smoke it. When our little children aren't getting educated. But abortion clinics are essential. Liquor stores are essential too. That's to keep the natives calm, I guess. I don't want to run for president. No, I don't want to do that. No, I need to be here with you. This is my calling. This is my calling. Being here for you. And I won't ever retire. And nobody can fire me. Nobody can lay me off. Yep, I'm the crazy aunt you didn't have, or the mother that never taught you anything. I have been a lot of things to a lot of people. Oh yeah, pot shops are considered essential. I forgot about those. So, I may lose a lot of people from this little soapbox I'm on, but I don't care. Because some people need to hear the news from someplace other than NBC, CBS, ABC, MSNBC, and CNN. I go to CNN just to laugh at the way they change things around. Makes me it blows my mind at their headlines. I just flip over there just to see what they're saying now. How they've turned things around. And now they want us to all absentee vote. And you know, when you absentee vote, you have to put on the back of the ballot what your affiliation is. Democrat, Republican, Independent. And you know what's going to happen to the Republican votes out there? They're going to get tossed, have to go through the mail. They're going to get lost. So let's show up. Let's show up to vote. We vote in June. We have a primary runoff election between two people. Two good people. But I'm going to choose to vote for Matthew Cawthorn because I know his mama. And I know how strong he is to have survived the things that he survived. Yep. So let's drink to having our own little tea party. If people could get into the Boston Harbor and dump tea over the sides because of being taxed like crazy people. Yep. Oh, I have my conspiracy theories. Yeah, I have them. Don't we all? So let's drink to having our own little tea party on Monday. We're going to have a tea party. And we're going to do it in our front yards. And we're going to do it with other people. Yep, we're going to do it. We're going to stand up for what we believe in. And if you have family members in a military cemetery, they can't stop you from taking a flag out there. They can't do it. So if you want to do something for your veterans that have died in your family and you know where they're buried, do it. Yeah, they're wanting to put party affiliation on the back to make it easy to steal votes. Yep. I was a county commissioner for 6 years. I know about this stuff. I have learned that, we have new voting systems here where everything is on a little, like a cash register tape. But, every 10 years, counties get to purge their voting rolls because there are people on there that haven't voted in 40 years that are still on the voting rolls. And, there comes a time that you need to clean house. And we do it every day here. If you get something new, get rid of something old. There are a lot of parking lots in this country. Maybe, churches have huge parking lots. Churches have huge parking lots. We could go have big parties in church parking lots. That'd drive them nuts, wouldn't it? My flag is flying for the world. Every video, this flag is there. Well, people can leave all they want. You've known from the beginning that I'm conservative by nature. Yep, I'm conservative. And I don't like all this money we're spending. I understand why we've got to do it. That doesn't mean I like it. I like the fact that people want to work. People don't want to get something for nothing. Our farmers don't want to get something for nothing. They want to be able to sell their product in the marketplace. But yet, when China focuses on them and quits buying their stuff and buys up our meat processing plants, something ain't right. Something is not right. I don't intend to get a grip. No, I'm not going to get a grip. And if you think I need to get a grip, then you may need to leave too, Joy. Because I'm not going to take this sitting down anymore. I'm tired. The hand that rocks the cradle is the hand that rules the world. So, folks, I love you all. Somebody asked a question about my flag. It's Flags of Valor. Look them up. Google it. Well, DuckDuckGo it, because I don't trust Google either. They manipulate the results. We used to come up at the top of their results, and now we don't anymore. Now we don't. So try DuckDuckGoing. Oh, that's okay, Joy. I understand. I take that back. You need to put a name with it, because if I see it and it looks like you're saying something to me, I'm going to call you out if I see it. Yeah, I don't think China should own anything in this country anymore. Don't think so. So, folks, take care of yourself. Let's plan our party. Let's get back at them and plan our party and be safe and take care of our family. But let's get everybody in on this. Share it with the world. Let's party on Monday to take back our country. You got it? Let's take back our country. I feel better now. I feel better. I've calmed down. I've vented. And this is good. I love you all. I've pretty much told everybody I'm conservative from the beginning. So give me some hearts. I don't usually ask for them, but I need some loving right now. I need one of those care hugs with a heart, you know? Yep. Yep, our plans are brewing like tea, so let's make our list. And let's get our groceries in the house and let's start cooking. Because you can boil your potatoes ahead of time and get them in the refrigerator and get them cold. And then you can peel them real easy and make your potato salad and get that in the refrigerator. You can make your baked bean fixins. You can do your bacon and onions and all that stuff up. And then all you got to do is put it with your cans of pork and beans. Yep. That's all you got to do. Drain the pork and beans so you don't dilute them. But, oh my goodness. And then all you got to do is throw them in your crock pot the day of. And they're wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. You can make your macaroni salad ahead of time. You can fix up your hamburgers and freeze them. And freeze them. And then put 2 pieces of wax paper between them. So, here we go. We're going to take back our freedom on Monday. That's those people that are buried in those cemeteries. They fought for our freedom. And we don't get to celebrate their lives. No. Let's do this. Let's do this. Who's taking our country? China. China is trying to take over the world, y'all. And if you didn't know this, you haven't read anything lately in the last 50 years. You got to read some books to know what's going on. And you got to listen to the business world. I mean, it's everything from electronics to widgets. That's it. We can't even find people to make things in this country anymore because the World Trade Organization let China enter that. And then, I mean, you go back 20 years to 96, I think it was, when they entered the World Trade Organization. Yeah. You can't find people to make anything in this country anymore. We've tried. I wish somebody would build a search engine similar to what they use in China called Alibaba to find products, but we just need to find manufacturers. There aren't manufacturers anymore. There aren't manufacturers. And China is sending their students to colleges in the United States. They're sending people to teach our students in colleges now. And you know, several of them have been kicked out because of spying and taking our proprietary information. So folks, we can't find factories in this country. Maybe it's up to me to start building something like this. I don't know. God will tell me. So people want to work. People want jobs. People want jobs. I think I'm going to email the TV show How It's Made. That's what I think I'll do. I'll email the TV show How It's Made. And let's see if we can find some factories. That's what we're going to do. People will buy stuff. Let's level the playing field. We can do it. Well, we found another place that can make the purple rags and not in China. So we're working on that. I've got my brother-in-law working on a factory in the United States. This fabric is knitted. It is knitted. And we've got to find somebody to knit this fabric. So we've taken one all the way apart. My grandmother worked in a sewing factory her whole life. Yeah, her whole life. I mean, I'd even buy from Canada. And I have bought things from Canada. Our feather dusters come from Canada. Yeah, they do. They come from Canada. So, folks, we're going to take back our freedom. Yep. Let's do it. I love you all. I'll see you later.